Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, right? Today's been one of those days where you just think, at least for me, like I thought it was Friday half the day. And then I gotta, whoops, that was me. Sorry, everybody. I thought I fixed that. Um, but I did. I did fix that. Okay. Anyway, um, I kept thinking it was Friday, and so Carrie had to tell me, "Oh, there's people coming today because it's Thursday." And I'm like, for some reason, everybody, I wasn't getting it. It was just evading my brain. Then once I realized, okay, it is Thursday, I realized, oh, I have a psychiatry appointment today. Oh, I have to do it during this time. But I had to take my lunch early, so we had to have unforeseen computer issues at work for a second, so that way I could have um my psychiatry appointment, which usually doesn't last too long. Um, but it was basically one of those conversations where, how do you think your dad would feel if you were gay? And I was like, well, he knows. I told him, what if he forgot? And so he did the whole what if he forgot. It then started my brain spinning. And I wanted to have a conversation with you about, not only is this video more of a letter to my dad, it's also a letter to both my parents. Because here's the thing, everybody. I've known I was gay for the longest time. And I mean, at least speculated that I was gay. And you just kind of brush it off, brush it off. My mom used to tell me that there was gay couple that worked at, or two gay gentlemen that worked at the San Francisco org. She used to always tell me, normally you can't be gay, but as long as you're not a practicing gay, you can experience Scientology. You can still go clear. You can still have this magical stuff happen. So now my mom used to tell me this every time I would bring up anything gay. Anything. Like, mom, why did those two women kiss? Those little things that I would bring up, my mom would constantly tell me, they're just, you know, they're gay. But again, you have to remember, if you're gay, then you can't go up the bridge, blah, 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 blah. And so for the longest time, I've always known, I wouldn't be able to go up the bridge, especially when I started fully like, okay, there's no bi, there's no this, there, I don't like that. There's this. And then all of a sudden it was, sorry, I'm trying to explain it. It was a battle in my head, and a very bad battle. And I couldn't understand why I would constantly fall into drinking. I would constantly fall into drugs because I didn't really like myself. I was planning on doing a live about this, and basically I got to have a really good conversation with Natalie after her live. And it turned into this whole situation where it was like, well, she had guessed that this is what my live should be about. Miracle upon miracles, I guess that's what we do. But with me being gay, I knew when I was in the Sea Org. I knew. I was even a practicing gay. And then I would secretly write up my OWs. And then, as long as we weren't together, I'm a good Scientologist. So I would never commit, never do anything along those lines. And then even when I got out of the Sea Org, I still wouldn't really commit to anybody. I tried to commit to one, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't make the official jump where it's like, you want to be my girlfriend? And then I would constantly tell myself at the end of the relationship, because people ask me, why How do I justify being gay when my religion is against it and still being in it till I was 40, believing hardcore in it. I was wrapped up in it. That was my whole life. When I tell you it's my whole life, it was literally my whole life. From the moment of being born, Scientology. From the moment being a child, Scientology. The moment my mom decides she doesn't want to be a Sea Org member anymore, really everybody she left only because she was going to be sent to the RPF. She leaves. She keeps me going with Scientology. Keeps just continues that trail of this is what you are. You're a Scientologist over and over and over, and then I go back. And for the first time ever, I had people that understood my language, except the gay. So I decided I wasn't going to tell anybody. I wasn't going to let anybody know. Please, God, don't ever find out. It became a lot as a kid. And so for me, I used to justify so many times that I could still be a good Scientologist because I was not a practicing gay at the moment. And if anything, I would just write up my overts and withholds and I would just explain, this is what it is, and I would start over. So now it comes to the story about my dad. What if my dad did forget that I was coming out? What if my dad forgets that joke where he said only one gay person per family? What if he tells me that he doesn't want to be around me, has nothing to do with him helping get him out of Scientology, but the gay? I will take it as they come because honestly, I'm still his kid. And no matter what else, I hope this does answer at least some questions along those lines. I basically punished myself. But yeah, I tortured myself, not in the Scientology way, but in my head about how I wasn't a good person. And I would then start drinking, and I found the questions in the bottom of the bottle. And then I put on a lot of weight, and again, I just resulted to drinking. I then stopped for a little bit, and then just decided when I was going to drink, I was going to just get plowed. I was going to get obliterated. And so that led to a lot of my drinking, and I didn't quite realize that until I was talking to the psychiatrist today. Because he likes to have conversations because he wants to write a book about me. Oh, shucks. Someone's going to write a book about me before I have the chance to. Oh, well. But I like me now. I've been through hell. I no longer use any kind of, heavy narcotics. I used to have a massive white powder issue. And again, I was chasing to feel numb, chasing to hate a lot of the stuff that had happened to me and just chasing that away. I'm a much better person than I was since finding out that I'm trying not to sneeze because I'm being serious. I'm a much better person since finding out that, Scientology isn't real, because I was not a good person before finding out. I like when I was a kid and you're lying about certain things, I lied. No idea why, just to lie about something that was nonchalantly or not, just bullshit. And then I realized I didn't want to do that because that was never a good part. And then, I decided to just stop. And so now I've focused on just being blatantly honest. I've also, had a lot of shit happen to me. And even though my coping mechanisms is alcohol and the powder, I'm a much better person without it and being awake from Scientology. And so for a letter from my dad, I hope he understands that once he wakes up, I am gay. He has a gay sister still. But above all else, I'm his kid. And if it sways either which way, I doubt that it will, because our parents have missed so much of our lives that I I don't think that will be any kind of question, because I'm still going to hug him and I'm still going to be a blubbering maniac. Um, Oops, I just saw this. Yes, this is the psychic that had the realization that of what my live was planning. She is the little bit psychic, everybody. Um, but yeah, I wanted to answer the question as to what like what I thought if my dad had an issue with me being gay. What if, you know, why did I consider myself a Scientologist even though I knew I was gay? Um, Honestly, there's so many things that I could honestly answer. And if anybody can think of questions, you're more than welcome. I haven't been looking at it. I'm sorry. It's only a few minutes in, so I'll see if anybody asked any questions, but you're more than welcome to. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything. I see a lot of you I haven't said hi to. Just another northern girl, a little late, catching up. Chipmunk speed. Sorry. Chipmunk speed. I love that. I don't know why I sound like I'm that I am not uh, a chipmunk. I do when I listen to myself on the 2X or the 1.5, literally sound like a chipmunk. I can't handle it. But for everybody else, I'm like, oh, okay, I can get it. I can get it. But no, for some reason, for myself, I think it's crazy. So that was the main thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to my dad. Again, if you have any questions, as to why I considered myself a Scientologist and I still I knew I was gay, I will answer them. That is what we're here for. This is a simple conversation. And besides that, that's what we do. My eye is doing a lot better in case someone did ask. I can finally wear my eyeglasses without actually feeling like something's squishing my eyeball. So it's getting better. Okay. Yes. Hearing yourself recorded is weird enough. For some reason, everybody, I think that I have a very monotone voice. I literally think that I have like a deep, deep voice. But then when I hear myself on a recording, I'm like, ooh, that's some high pitch. Like that sounds high pitch. Okay. Holding space, girl. Why don't we focus on getting him out and we can deal with his issues? Absolutely. And the reason I wanted to at least go over them is because, you know, as we get closer, look at what's going on. We have the new movement that's happening. You have the TikTokers that are going there every day. They're making sure the doors are shut. We're going down there, at the end of February, and we're going to let people know exactly what goes on, and we're going to live stream it. So what if this happens all over the world? What if more and more people do what these guys are doing and keep letting people know what's going on? If more and more people do it, I'm going to get my dad. Like it doesn't have to be, weeks, days, months, years. It could literally be, the very next day. Because honestly, and I had a conversation, let me get this off. I had a conversation with my wife, in regards to once my mom truly finds out that this is a cult. Because again, everybody, she's still under this interpretation that LRH is amazing. No matter what I try, no matter what I do, she waffles. But it all leads back to her original statement. It goes back to LRH is right. Miscavige is the one that turned everything. Oh, I'm sorry for what that I'm sorry. That wouldn't have happened when, hold on, how did she say this? The abuse and neglect wouldn't have happened. The Sea Org parents would have been told. First of all, woman, Sea Org parents were told, and you, above all else, were doing it. And so but for some reason, when the other people do it to me, it's totally wrong. But when she does said abuse, it's discipline. There's just, it's discipline. Sorry, guys, that was a little bit of my sarcasm today. It hits me every once in a while. Hey, Kimberly Stanival. I adore exactly who you are. Don't allow any person or religion to echo negatively in your brain. You're perfect as you are. Thank you so much. And thank you so very much for the super chat. I'm actually, to be honest, like for me now, I'm actually really good. I have a therapist. I have an amazing wife. I have an amazing family for the first time ever. I literally have things that I never thought I would have in a million years. Like I have friends that don't treat me like I'm a freak for how I grew up. I have friends that understand that while I was in the Sea Org, I did horrible things and made people feel horribly. And I'm sorry for that, everyone. I'm so sorry for the people that I made do horrible things. I'm sorry. Whether it was cleaning a dumpster, whether it was screaming at them that were stupid, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was fake. And that doesn't justify it, everybody. I do understand. But at the same time, it's all a process. And this process has led me to having most of you that I can talk to on a regular basis, people that I can reach out to and I can say, hey, this is an amazing day. But it's, you also listen when I get like tongue tied or twisted, you don't sit there and say, are you sure this happened to you? Do you need to see scars? And because there's so many of us that the story is alike, it's just sad to me because I really, so many times I justified the abuse that I was getting by saying it was only me. It was only me. As long as it was only me, as long as my mom was only hitting me, as long as Stan was only hitting me. And then I find out that other people had the same, if not worse, situations than me. And it shatters my heart because I really thought it was just me. And now I have a family of people that went through the exact same things that I did. And I could call one up and say, you know what? That was my other life. You're right. That was absolutely my other life. Hold on. Melanie Hendrick, Liz, to see you after the life you lived. Love you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for the super chat. I completely appreciate it. But that is absolutely right. Because, we always justify things. We always say, one or two things to justify the things that we've gone through. But then again, I also keep being reminded in that same breath, that I went through hell, other people went through hell, and now we all have a family. But then it reminds me, as we sit here doing the best that we can, it's only good if we continue doing the best that we can. We continue telling you guys what we've gone through. We continue telling everybody. And the more people that, let's see, hold on. The more people that know, the better. You tell your friend, you tell another friend tells another friend. And before you know it, again, this movement continues to move. And then guess what, Scientology? It's literally the kids that participated in bringing you down. Sorry to get on a tyrant. Just for that second. Okay, comment. Mental and emotional scars are at least, yeah, at least seen, they run the deepest. Yeah. Emotional scars hurt worse, for me, and mental scars. Because those you can't seem to forget about. You just can't. Regina Barker, Liz, you have forgiveness and grace for others. You deserve the same forgiveness and grace. You deserve happiness. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. And, as you know, I don't know if I've seen Red in the chat, but if you hold on one second, I don't know if she's in the chat. But if you do have a chance to help out, the Venmo and PayPal are going to be in the comments as well as on the screen. That's just participating and helping us go down there. If you can, you can. If you can't, continue supporting the best that you can. Because you know what? I'm realizing the closer it gets, I'm getting more excited. And I'm almost at that pumped up, where you're sitting there super pumped. Hold on, let me get this off the screen. Oh, Pup Groomer. Hey, Summer. But honestly, I'm just getting more and more pumped that the doors will shut. The doors shut. And then we all, this isn't about destroying someone's belief system. If people want to believe, just be aware of what you're dealing with. Do I want someone to believe in Scientology? No, because it's a farce. But don't keep people hostage. Don't force disconnections. Don't divide families. And literally all you have to do is not torture us. And we wouldn't be out here telling you and telling everybody this is what happens to Sea Org members. Because as long as they've been open, this is what they do. What happened to me as a Sea Org member, I guarantee is happening to Samantha, Stephanie, George, Paul. Sorry, I'm just going to list some random names because, John. It's happening to them. So the more people that we let know what's going on, whether we're the gay or anything else, the better. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Let me try to grab some of these comments. I went on a little tyrant again because yes. Farrell Cheryl. Comments. I can help on the first. Oh, I can help on the first. That's fantastic. Anything does help. I know I tagged someone. I'm a huge fan, Liz. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And again, I was having a conversation with Natalie, and it blows my mind that people come and listen to me. And yes, it is one of my biggest signatures because, I envision your mind going. I'm a very imaginative person, at least when it comes to the visuals. Thank you so very much. But we were talking and it was literally like, I'm still blown away that people listen, that people are here. And I think I always will be, even though I will always show up. Thank you all. I appreciate you more than you know. Okay. Powers that lie. You are not alone in surviving an abusive childhood. Love you. And I don't think I will ever be alone in that one. Like that one, I will probably never be alone in. The more stories that I hear, about even kids today, it's, because I am a news nerd. Like I need to be able to feel it and touch it, see it. So I still am a little old fashioned. I like reading the paper. I do look on the websites for everything else, but in the very same breath, I read the news and all of a sudden finding out a woman starved her child to death. A woman, put him in put a child in a trash can. It's like, yeah, I definitely understand that. Okay, I grabbed that one. Probably should have done it during. Peter Anderson, you're leaving out Pokemon, let's see, Aaron, screws. Excuse me? No, 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 no. So I still have, oh, it's behind me. Dang it. Where is it? Oh, we have one up top, and then I'm about to get mad. Where's the other one? They're really missing. Oh, and then one's directly behind me. But yes, they're the Yankee stuff will always be with me. The Yankees flag, however, did not survive the move. It snapped. It said no, no, sir. Okay. Bison 5360. Me too, Mastiff mom. Mike's mom is so sweet. Mike Brown, yeah. You know, there's a part of me that gets jealous when some of these parents are absolutely so bloody sweet that you just want to hug them, and and they remind you of, a golden girl, and you're just sitting there and they're just so nice. And I'm like, this whole concept that used to get told to us as kids was we pick our parents. If that was ever true, just so everybody knows, I got a fucked up picker. Like, my picker's fucking broken. And two, to that comment, nobody would pick abusive parents in an abusive situation. So I just want to 86 that concept real quick. Okay. Yeah, I heard. Okay, hold on one second. Just got excited. I heard people are going to Austin. I don't remember the girl's name that was actually promoting it, but if you go over to Miss Natalie's channel, she definitely has all the information up, and it was super fascinating to learn. I wish I knew how to actually pop up her channel, but PTV is, we have a few people, one named Natalie, that I'm aware of, unless I forgot someone's name. Okay. Yes. Hold on. Thank goodness. Scientology, life after a cult. Please go on over to, if you are in the Texas, the Austin area. God, bloody stuttering today. Didn't know I'd get myself all riled up. If you do live in the Austin area, please definitely check out her last video. That is definitely going to help anybody that is living in the Austin area, because we do have people that are wanting to make sure that is covered. Okay. She has had the honest and good intentions. That's why it's okay to her mentally, flexibly, culty level. Okay. Okay. Liz, I don't care within certain criteria. No booze, no white stuff. What you do in your home is, you're my sister, period. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And, I will be completely honest, because I got a weird message the other day, and it was literally, how do you consider yourself sober if you're 420 friendly? Well, one, it's not illegal now. Two, try having trigeminal neuralgia and just sit there where your face is on fire. Other than that, I could give a rat's ass what you think. I'm not touching the white stuff. I'm not touching the actual liquor. I plan on never touching those for the rest of my natural life. But 420 is legal. All right, before I go on another tyrant. Okay, I think we are all caught up. Yeah, Pearls Nappy is her name. Oh yeah, if you type in her name, if you type in this, please definitely do so. She is handling all the information in that area. I know listening to her and everything she's planning, I'm so grateful that Erin started a YouTube channel. I'm so bloody grateful. Okay. Cinderella, it's not legal in my state, but I do. Okay. And you know what? And here's the thing. I'm not passing judgment to anybody that smokes in a state that is not legal. I'm not passing any kind of judgment, honestly. I personally I use because it's my personal business. If someone wants to tell me that it's, a way to not be clean, that is up to you. Your drug is your drug. And it doesn't bother me none. Okay. Yes. Stoner doesn't have blackouts. Yeah. That was always the nice part, but I try not to do enough to get to that high level. I've accidentally done it to myself a couple times. Like, oh, I don't feel anything yet. Another gummy. Oh, I still don't feel anything. Another gummy. And then before you know it, it hits you and you're like, oh, I want some munchies. I need something, that's me. Okay. Never been legal here in my life. Okay, Sassy Sister, still catching up, chipmunk speed. Just wanted to say hi in case the live ends before I catch up. It still has not ended, I promise. It still has not ended. It's still illegal here too. Never really cared for it. Some people don't. Some people choose not to, and whatever your choice is, it's totally fine. I'm never going to judge. Okay, Rhonda. Liz, Tommy says pain management and harm reduction. Yeah, pretty much. Because, the worst thing that I have ever done, even at the worst with having the THC, the worst thing is I ate a half a pizza. Am I proud of it? No. Do I make sure there's no pizza around now? Yes. Because I am not trying to look like baby beluga. Okay. And just in case anybody worries, baby beluga for my family was, when you can't be on a plane. My family used to say it all the time. And then when I finally looked it up, it was literally just a big whale. Like, wow. So yes, even my family wasn't nice. All right, everyone. So do we have any other questions? Okay, same. Miss Sunrise Dawn, same here. I believe very strongly in live and let live. That's right. As long as it's not hurting anyone, that is the plan. Okay. Hearing Reese's description of being high was hilarious. I almost died laughing. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine her high. I absolutely could not imagine Reese high. I must have missed that part. I probably would have giggled, sent her a super chat or something, and been like, must explain more. The Amazing Red. I was napping. Hey, it's totally okay. It is totally okay. I went on a few different tangents, Red. Anybody that just popped in, just popped out, anything along those lines. I really do like who I am. I would, if someone says, you know what, hey, I need you, I would show up. If someone says, hey, I kind of need a friend. I would show up. If someone tells me they're thinking about hurting themselves, I would show up. And that's the person I want to be. And that person does not believe in Scientology, does not believe in any of the torture that they have done. But at the same time, believes that there should be a reason to stop. And not realizing until I really got digging into psychiatry and digging into therapy that, oh, this is why you drink? Yes, I didn't realize that. And then, oh, you're starting to realize this is why you did drugs, so you would forget certain things. Oh, okay. Damn it, I didn't know that when you lean on those things, it turns into a whole nother ball game. So I was definitely continuing the torturing of myself. Wow, seems to hurt. Liz Ferris, it was in today's live on Reese's channel. Runs deep in my I didn't get a chance to view all of it. I was literally missing like just a little bit in the middle, I thought. But I'll have to go through and rewatch the whole thing. Ann Walsh, little Liz, you are not a beluga. You are beautiful. Thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do. I know Red is popping up. The Liz Gales, Nora's Venmo, their PayPals, if you can in any which way. Send them a little bit of love. Appreciate it. Because no matter what, everybody, we're going down. And it's going to be at the end of February. And we're all going to live stream it. We're going to show you exactly where it is that we grew up, which was our office, which was our mom's office. We're going to let people know, hey, this is what they do inside there. Because you know what? It needs to be said, and it needs to be spread, and it needs to go like wildfire so people fully understand. And again, Osa, if you were going to show my dad this video, Dad, just so you know, it's a letter to you. It's a letter that no matter what, I love you. So if you can donate, if you can't, I totally understand. Share the videos. Keep telling your friends what goes on inside Scientology. Keep telling your friends that it's still going on. Reach out, ask your Congress, like, hey, when are you going to look at Scientology's tax exempt status? Write letters to your local government and see, let's get this on the ballot. Let's do everything we possibly can. So that way they can start understanding what they've done to us. They can start understanding that they're still doing it to other people inside. And as long as they're continuously doing what they've done to us, to other people, we just need to let people know. And then they can revoke the tax exempt status, and then they can be deemed a cult. Just flat out deem them a cult and break them apart. And I'm sorry if that makes me an anti-religious person. There's nothing about Scientology that's believable. Not once you really take a look at it, once you get a real education, there's not a lot. So again, thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Don't forget to tip your waiter or waitress. Please don't forget to smash the like, hit subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. And I will I will race you to the comments. Thank you so very much. I hope I get my dad back too. I do. So save Bob Ferris. I really hope I do. Thank you all.